Hi you guys, Julie Robbins here, and this is Carolina Moonshine. This is my partner for the American Horsewoman Challenge, and I put together a video montage of our work together over the last almost 3 months now. He's been with me. We started out with some of the early work with a bareback pad just to get him used to having a girth around him and some desensitization steps. And since this is a competition over a short period of time, I begin to multitask as quick as possible. Here I am using the saddle as an obstacle for him to begin to explore. This is the same saddle that I'll be putting on his back in a few moments, but this gives me the opportunity to use some online work, build his confidence and trust in me as we move forward into simple things like saddling and the patience game. But here you can see, whoop, he gets a little bit bothered by something, but moves forward and kind of regains and regroups himself. I'm able to ask him to back up, come on in, and get on with the saddling. He has just done a great job. I've been really proud of his progress, and we've been doing things pretty thorough and just trying to build in a rock-solid foundation with all of the good pieces that are necessary for all three components, including Liberty. And you'll see here in his early Liberty work carrying the saddle, he isn't quite saddle broke yet. Not quite ready to ride that. And here he'll be moving out and getting comfortable carrying that and doing a little bit of desensitization. He really has been a fun horse. He's been tough in many ways in that he has a little bit of trouble with threes. About the first time you do something, he seems all right with it. The second time he starts to ask questions, but by the third time he has a lot of objections about things. And then we come on through on the third and through the fourth and fifth time. But here you can see I've combined my Liberty work with saddle desensitization, and we've got a nice forward moving canter, and he's much more relaxed and comfortable carrying that. So we're making really good headway. I will go ahead and tell you just a little bit while I've got a little video here for you to watch that by the time we got to our third ride, that rule of threes came in. The first ride you'll see on here was just kind of quiet, moving around. The second ride was a whole lot better, but the third ride I actually got bucked off kind of hard as he got a little bronky like that. I couldn't quite stay with him. But the fourth ride, things went better. Here's our last piece before I get ready to get on, and that's a little bit of lateral flexion. He is resistant to that. Every time I kind of tighten up on that rope, he thinks I want him to move his feet. And I just really want to help him understand that no, that sometimes I want you to just move your head only. This is a little bit of a soft feel. It's getting it good. So here is the first ride, actual footage. This was just moving him out and getting him to follow a little feel of that rope and carrying my weight. And he did real good on the first ride. And it's time to become a riding horse. So now we're here on this is about the 10th ride, maybe a few more. I did the first 10 rides just in a side pull, and this is actual footage from our first ride in the bit. Now he did carry the bit while we did groundwork and for his Liberty work, so he's used to having it in his mouth. So by the time I got on and began to use it, it began to make some sense. Here I'm desensitizing him to a stick and string. I'd done that on the ground a fair bit. Now I'm doing it from the saddle because as a young horse I feel that when they have a job, a lot of the pieces go better and go more quickly. So the first job I gave him, this is now, well actually this is the same footage I have on the same shirt. So the same first day I decided to use the bridle in order to give direction to go move some horses. And when horses have a job to do, things fall in place better. And since he's kind of bottom of the totem pole in some pasture situations, I figured he'd have a lot of fun moving some of these horses that he normally can't move on his own. And he just had a real good time doing it. It all lined up really well and gave him a lot of confidence. This is a couple rides later. I have to give a shout out here to the Carolina Moon Distillery. They are a sponsor of us here in Aiken. It's a great shirt I'm wearing by them. And now we've moved on to being able to put some application to going around cones there, and now we're out. Getting ready for an upcoming ride you'll see a little footage of. I took him off-site to an APCA ride, and this is one of the obstacles. He had to ride through what was to be a campsite, and I was really thrilled with his, this was his first time off-site First time with a bunch of other horses, first time trailering. Lots of first I pieced in together, and I couldn't have been happier how he turned out this day. We didn't actually compete, but he moved along well. So I'm keeping the work going. I'm trying to work together in all my elements of liberty and riding and desensitization. And this next last little clip, there was this bottle obstacle. It doesn't look like much, but go find a bunch of empty plastic bottles and lay them in a pile and see if your horse will walk over them. We had worked on the ground a fair bit. I'd gotten his trust. I got back on, and here I couldn't be happier. Woohoo! Way to go, Moonshine. So I hope you enjoyed catching up and seeing where Moonshine and I are here on July 1st, 2014. We have a lot of fun things ahead of us, lots of work still yet to be done, obstacles to be conquered, cowboy dressage to learn and perfect, as well as our liberty. We look forward to seeing you in Oklahoma City the first weekend in October, and we're just having a great time, so I hope to see you there. I do want to take just a minute, give a shout out to our sponsors, Carolina Moon Distillery, wonderful moonshine, which is great at the end of the day, Southern Equine Services, Moonshine's veterinarian, as well as the Muck Life. If your barn is cleaner than your house, you know what I'm talking about. Thanks so much. Have a great day.